Yeah, so very surprising to me. The only video I actually have to record for this banner is Ishtar, like OG Ishtar, which I thought I talked about already, but apparently not. So this is just going to be the general overview of this specific banner, like which CEs. So as you can see, it's based on like the character itself. Okay, so at least she gets the CE up on her rate up. Okay. And again, these are going to be separate banners that might be going on at the same time. There's always going to be two at the same time. Or there will be starting on the second. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, sorry. No, there are never going to be two of these at the same time. It's only going to be one at a time. So just look at these CEs, see what you need. Bittersweet, invincibility, MP damage, main set attack. If you're gonna go for a CE like this though, like Black Rose, probably gonna be better. Your supports can probably give you a turn of invincibility over just 2 hits. This CE is definitely not bad. It's Buster and crit damage, and I believe this goes up to 15 each. Yes, 15 for each. So it is a fairly strong CE. Especially if they're not MP focused, like they're also doing mixing Buster crits. So Ishtar, this is a good CE, especially because it's also all attack. So basically, this is a different version of the Bunyan CE, which was MP damage and Buster, but like this one is definitely like more focused to Buster crit teams. I prefer Gil's CE much more over this, but this one is just general, which the way Ishtar floods the field with stars, yeah, it works. And then this last one is Buster Arts and Overcharge 2 stages 1 time. I'm not the biggest fan of this one, honestly. Like, shouldn't be summoning for that C specifically, but you can get these two on both Rishgal and Ishtar, but you can only get this one on the Ishtar banner. Next is X, who's also or Exalter, who's also on rate up on NA right now. Raiko, I actually recorded a video for her for a long time ago, and that will just be put out because nothing's really changed with her, besides the fact QABs are a thing, so it will help with her gains, but she's still probably going to be doing Buster Brave Chains. Ibuki's on rate up, who is one of the first servants I actually did a review on, or one of the earlier ones, but that video holds up. There's no added Buster supports. The only difference is now I actually have Oberon, but she's already bought 10, so she's no real reason to need her to do Buster farming, but And then we got Shiro Amakusa with all his buffs, and all of these CEs are going up on rate up with him. Arts, quick, MP gen with full attack, so that's definitely not bad. This might, I think, go to 15. Yes, 15. So definitely not a bad CE. This one ignores invincibility, cool. I think there are better CEs like Honey Lake, but okay. This one, crit damage, quick, MP gen, it's literally a different version of this. But it splits stats, so not the biggest fan, especially with the lower attack split. This is specifically for X because X is a quick main, and she also has a lot of healing in her kit. So, like, instead of the 50% boost to healing, she gets 20. Oh, she gets 20? That's a big jump. Especially because this is, like, the jump from 8 to 10 is, like, nothing, but, like, this is, like, significant because then she gets 70% healing bonus on her own heals. If you're summoning for X, you'll probably enjoy getting that CE, but I wouldn't summon for the CE. 4-star CE, whatever. But this CE is on rate up. This is tempting because this is one of Castori's best CEs because max limit broken. She gets 4 4 times, she gets on base solid defense at overcharge 3 on base without needing any quick chains or any other supports to boost the overcharge. Meaning, like, if they do provide overcharge with their MPs, say Morgan in the Invincible comp, or you're using Castoria with Lady Avalon, and Lady Avalon pops her overcharge skill, you're gonna get MP. You're gonna get stage 2 after these, with her being the second in the chain. So you can have a third. You can have your damage at the back if you want, or you could put Lady Avalon in the back to get even more stars. So this is a very versatile LC, and it's extremely good for loss fights. But that's enough about the CEs. Let's talk about Ishtar specifically. She is one of the best buster loopers for archers specifically. Her damage can get really crazy considering that she does not have like a massive card buff. A lot of it is just raw attack. And funny enough, both Koi and Skya and Oberon don't give you attack. They don't. So Ishtar having so much of it in her kit means she's like, her scaling with Vich and Oberon goes really, really well. The multiplicative values are a lot higher than other servants that have like more mixed buffs, or like also have a bust, or that give like a mana burst. So it wouldn't be as the damage wouldn't multiply as much as it would with Ishtar's kit. But Ishtar's a little harder to handle than the other ones. Base attack 12,252. This is good, higher than average. HP, don't really care about it. Star weight, star gen, typical archer. MP charge 0.45, which as a buster is it's not the best. 7 hit extra attack, 4 hit on the quick, and 1 hit on the buster. Yeah, like they really have to gimp. Like, I get it if she was an art servant, but like, why do they have to do this for a buster servant, dude? Like, she would have been so much more consistent if this was like at a better value, like even like 0.55 instead of 4.5. Like, it makes sense why like casters have with like 5 hits on their arts cards have their MP charge like gimp like that, but she doesn't have a triple art stack. She has 2 arts. So like, this honestly could have been closer to, I don't know, Spacious Shards. Well, okay, no, actually no, yeah, this could have been higher than Space Ishtars and would have been fine, because you can't change the like, having a high MP charge doesn't do anything for buster servants. It doesn't matter, especially not for buster farming. So like, this matters and it doesn't. It really, yeah, it matters, but it also doesn't. I know it's confusing, but it's also Ishtar, which is like, yeah, a whole bag of worms. All right, first skill. Oh, why did I think this was 30? I kept saying like this skill was anyway, this is her charisma, 20% attack and then 20% crit damage. I always thought this was 30. I might have been confusing it with like an Oni charisma or something. But I was like, considering Artoria still has a basic charisma, Gilgamesh still has a basic charisma, like this is better than their charismas by a long shot, because it actually does something other than just attack. I mean, it could be better, but beggars can't be choosers when other 5 stars also have base charismas. Second skill, 50% battery, and has a chance to do either ignore invincibility or ignore or getting invincibility. So it's either you want it, like you want one of the, you almost never want both of the effects at the same time, and that's what makes this skill like annoying. But if you're like, actually, Ishtar works very well with Calamity Jane, because you're popping Calamity Jane skills first, So she can guarantee that these will proc, but because Calamity Jane also gives 3 turns of Ignored Invincibility, this one doesn't matter, as her skill is just to secure this proccing. So again, a little more versatility that you can do. And third skill can be very complicated for people. Basically, it's just a delayed buff. Bunny Toria has this, and you cannot stack it because this is a extremely low cooldown. Like, holy shit, is this low? For like buster looping, like you pop this, and you just, even if it's like you can't stack this, so like basically just like pop it turn 1, cooldowns will get reduced. You should have the attack buff. When Vitch reduces cooldowns, pop it again, bring it down, and you should be able to do it. MP, and then next turn, pop. It won't matter. You'll still have the attack buff. Like, this can be like, if you're trying to time this for a Brave Buster Chain, it's way harder. But for Buster looping, like, this is like, it's ridiculously easy to abuse this. And I still have this up. Yeah, like this is her, she can't do Black Rail, but like this is how high her damage is. And like new plug is always gonna be better because you can do Oberon stuff. The damage is always gonna be higher. Her base damage is very, very high. But like almost all these other servants have niches. And I don't think they're actually, I don't know, these might actually be accounting. If this is actually accounting for their niches, then that's even more like power to Ishtar, because she's competing with these servants that have like 150% damage mods on their MPs. And she like does, it's not even by a little bit, she out damages most of them by like 50,000 damage. Tomatomo is lower because most of his buffs are smaller, but they're supposed to build up. Real quick, debuff resistance and then Goddess Essence combo, so not so higher than Space Ishtar, but not that much higher. And then crit damage in the kit, which is probably why this is only at 20% and not 30, because then she'd have built-in she would have 40% crit damage in her kit. I would like, because of Vitch Darkness, you can definitely go mana loading for 50% buster units. Would not be a bad thing. In the case of like another Lotto where we don't have a starting charge, this will be very helpful. But she does have a 7-hit extra attack, even if these values aren't super high. Buffing the extra attack with how many hits it has will definitely reap you a lot of benefits. And her NP has been buffed, which is also why she can compete with those servants. Like Tomatomo is like most of the reason he's down here is because his MP isn't buffed. That literally is most of the reason. She does have Buster performance in her kit, and if you're doing some overcharge stuff like with Vitch Darkness, you will be able to like get this number higher for like a Brave Buster chain, and like do some like nasty stuff. And on base, she drops 20 stars whenever she fires MP. Yeah, and 20% buster while she's on the field, and then but 20% debuff resistance while she's on the, like, this is a lot This is not something you would bring to a boss fight at all. I don't know why they put such a hefty demerit on this. Like, I get this is higher than most, but this is like, this is probably gonna kill you in a challenge quest if you thought to bring this to it. So not the best. She has gotten a lot of write-ups recently. Like there was definitely a big dry point of her not getting a write-up. Like I don't even think this was a thing on NA. It might not have been. So our last write-up might have been like Thanksgiving or something. I don't know why this doesn't actually show the Thanksgiving campaigns. But yeah, like this is the first time we've gotten hers, and like we got her like earlier in the year. Is she worth summoning for? If you don't have any of the other buster farmers, like she doesn't do anything like super different. She just has like raw damage that you can bring to like any fight that isn't relying on them being a different attribute or having a trait or something. Like she's raw damage that scales very well with the meta supports, but the other DPSs can like compete with her, which it's good. It's good that servants you get at any time can compete with SSRs that are very limited, or maybe not very limited, but still limited. So, summon for Ishtar if you're lacking it. I'm not going to be summoning for her because I'm not. I have apparently impulse control on JP now because I'm gonna definitely need the money more. I can't whale on 2 accounts. So I've said it before, but JP is like, it's all my JP account is also like super busted. That doesn't need, it doesn't like, especially after the summer, it doesn't need like other meta like DPS servants. Like I already have most of them, and like any other ones I can probably, like if they're quick, I can pull off my friends list. All right. I might do a short stream. Which obviously you guys aren't gonna see, but probably gonna do a short stream now. I'll see you guys later. Peace.